We all know that traffic in Atlanta can be a pain. Luckily, there's sports to distract us. Ooh, piece of candy. Well, take a ride with us as we go around the 285 with the best in Hawks.
Rookie Trey Young making his preseason debut.
Falcons.
For the throw for it. Throw on the slant. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley.
And Braves.
Swing and a drive. Out to deep right. Nick Markakis locks us up.
It's around the 285. Next on Game Time.
That's right. You are tuned into the Gametime Radio Show. This is the Around the 285 segment in which we take a look at things goings around the 285 of Atlanta. Call us up with your studs and the duds or put your studs and duds in the chat room, 404-603-8770. We got our man Peter Beckford from Beckford Realty in the his house today. Make sure you go on Facebook and like his page and call him up for any of your real estate needs. But this segment is sponsored by ATL Sports HQ, the best in Atlanta sports. Tired of ESPN ignoring sports? Go to ATLSportsHQ.com. They got the best in the Braves, the Hawks, the United, everything. They got you covered, man. So first things first, Phil, give us a update on those Atlanta United.
Yeah, definitely no game this weekend, but for international break, we're not going to talk about U.S. men's national team. But next Sunday, we got a big one with the Chicago Fire. The Chicago Fire not very good, but we need to win because we have to keep pace with New York Red Bulls if we want that supporter shield, as we've been talking about the last few weeks. So definitely rooting for a win, and you also want to root for Philadelphia to beat those Red Bulls.
Yeah. So we plan to be in the building, man. I'm trying to get a credential for our guy, Uncle Marcus. Shout out to Marcus. He should be covering that game for us next week, right? Next Sunday, about 3 o'clock?
Sunday, 3 o'clock.
Yes, sir. So we should be in the building. So
hopefully be nice enough to have the roof open.
That will be nice, man. They got the thing really rolling this year, man. They've had it open, 2 or 3 times? Mm-hmm. That was a shot, but it's all good. Let's get into some of this Atlanta Hawks talk. Then we'll transition into the NBA Eastern Conference. Preseason is now finito. It is over with, done, finished. Now it is time for these games to count. Hawks went 2-3 in the preseason. Phil, what are some of your takeaways from the Hawks preseason, man?
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited. More
25 wins. Here we come.
But it's gonna be a fun 25 wins. I think they got a nice mix of veteran leadership this year, along with the young guys. And we got some fire. We got some exciting. You got to look at what Trey Young did this preseason. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we can sniff that 8 seed. But this year,
it's not
about the same as last year, but they're going to be fun to watch at least.
Ty, what are your feelings going into this season?
I think last week I said 12 wins. I actually think that they're going to be.
I don't think you shot it that low, did you?
It was pretty low. I may have said 12. I said under 20. I'm sorry, I said under 20. So
okay.
I think actually this team, looking at them in the last 2 games, they're going to be like better than I want them to be, because I want them to still have a high, draft, high draft pick.
They redid the lottery odds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They're not going off of the worst record now.
Well, it's still the worst record, but the odds are real different. Like the top 3 are all 14, then it drops off not as much as it used to. We could have like the 6th or 7th best team easily win the lottery.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. That last year was the last time. But I think they're going to win more games than I initially said. Just off of the energy, like you talked about. They're not going to sniff anywhere near the playoffs, but they're going to probably do more than 12 games at least.
20 to 25 is what I've always said. Let me ask you this, just rapid fire. Who leads the team in scoring?
I think by default, Trey Young probably.
Who leads the team in scoring?
John Collins.
I'm going to go, I'm going to be different and go Torian.
But here's the thing. If it's Trey, if it's Torian, if it's John Collins, what does that say about your team? Like, if your leading guy is one of those 3 guys, and that's the thing you got to look at. Like, those guys are decent in their own right. But if your leading guy is Torian every night, you need Torian to give 20 points every night. Like, that's not good. If your leading guy is Trey, that's not good. If your leading guy is John, that's not good.
In my season preview article, I think I had the leading John Collins, I think, at 15. So
V.
I had it real balanced.
I think it will be balanced, kind of like a Bud system. I think the leading guy may have like 18. Next guy may have like 17. And it'll be a guy like 13. But I don't even know if you have a 20-point score on this squad.
Who's scoring 18 a game?
Collins put up 18.
Collins can do that. Especially
Collins put up
when
18.
He's put up
Prince can put up
three.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully he just misses those 3 games and he's back.
Well, see, that's another thing. Like, if you have you're dealing with injuries now. So, like, you're starting the season with Vince Carter as your power forward.
Oh my gosh. I saw that in the last 2 preseason games.
No disrespect to Vince Carter.
Power forward?
That's Well, here's the thing. At this point in his life, he's a power forward. He's not quick enough to play the wings. And so he's decent enough so you can stick him in there, kind of go with the small ball lineup.
Okay.
At the 4, while John is out, you take him out, you bring in Porthras. And then, the Spellman kid. The Spellman kid has... What are your thoughts about Omari?
It's going to be work, but I think we have something there. But also another thing, who's going to when Devin is healthy? You got Devin
I
or
forgot
Lynn?
about that.
Yeah. Well, Devin's out for now. I mean, and Lynn has been playing well in his absence. He's been playing really well in his absence. So, shout out to that dunk he did against the Spurs. I was like, yo, Georgia Tech went nuts, man. That was one of the best preseason games I've ever been to.
That was
Lucky he didn't get injured on
been the
that,
best.
though.
Yeah, I was like, oh snap, he would have got injured. Then he really would have been up the creek if Dedmon and Lynn would have both been out. So
And Collins, because you couldn't even throw Collins at center.
So I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what they got for us, man. Peter, what are your thoughts on the Hawks, man? I know you normally go to the game when Miami Heat come to town, man. So is that the plan this year?
Yeah, man. So listen, so long as we're not playing you guys in the playoffs, I went to a playoff game a few years back, and they put us on the screen and booed us, man.
No.
Yeah, so I didn't feel safe.
It's not. They put you and the wife, or you had the wife and the kids.
Me and the wife.
Oh, okay. Well,
but even with that, I didn't feel safe, and I was surprised because I don't rate the Hawks fans as the most,
Nah, they're really not.
But I guess they're kind of fair weather, same way like Miami. When the team does well, they're really
everybody's out there in their white linen outfits.
But I did feel threatened. Yeah, like the rappers lining the bass line, the whole thing.
A lot of people go to Hawks games just to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's all good. It's ATL.
Well, as long as they didn't boo the kids, man, I can't really,
Right.
No, they didn't do that.
That would have been some Philadelphia type stuff, man.
Yeah.
So, taking a look at the Eastern Conference, man, it's pretty obvious who are going to be the guys at the top of the pecking order: Boston, Toronto, and Philly. Those are the 3 kings in the East, man. If you leave it to Tristan Thompson, you could throw the Cavs in there, but I'm not finna to do that. Phil, put those teams in order, man. Boston, Toronto, Philly. How are they finishing?
I got Boston, Toronto, Philly in that order, but watch out for Indy.
Watch out for Indy. Why so Indy?
I think they could sneak in that top.
Even without the greatness that is Lance Stevenson?
that might do them good.
Ty, put them in order, man. Boston, Toronto, Philly. How you see it shaking out?
Boston, Philly, Toronto.
Okay, so you got Philly over Toronto. Why do you like Philly better?
I just don't. I don't think that Kawhi's going to make that big of a difference on that team. I think Toronto always finds a way to mess up what they should, where they should rank.
Out.
So yeah, I'm not.
LeBron
even though
is gone
LeBron's
to the West
gone,
Coast,
I
right?
still don't think I still don't think that
He had that
they're going to
Hex
do
on
anything.
that team, man. That was awful.
Hey, bro, he had something on them boys, man. They didn't want to see no parts of Bron.
Man.
That's why the East is going to be so interesting this year, man, because everyone's like, oh, we got a shot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Washington probably thinks they can do something. Milwaukee.
Washington always
That's
thinks
definitely
they
not
can
going to
do
happen.
something. Watch out for Milwaukee. Watch out for Milwaukee.
might be nice.
Milwaukee.
I don't know. Man. I don't know.
Antetokounmpo had a triple-double in like 25 minutes. Like that dude, like that is the perfect nickname for him, the Greek Freak.
Yep.
He really is a freak.
Well, it's his time. It's his time and Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it's his time to shine,
If
man.
Bud can get that man shooting threes consistently,
It won't even be fair.
Yeah.
Like it's really not going to be fair if you start pulling up threes, man. Like, and they already got your guy. Who's the point guard for that for Milwaukee? Escapes me who he is, but under Bud, that's going to be a really good team. Because if Bud can't do nothing else, don't give no personnel moves. Don't let him make no personnel decisions.
He can develop some.
Stick to the X's and O's.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good basketball team. Peter, Boston, Toronto, Philly. How you see that shaking out?
Boston, Philly, Toronto, 1-2-3.
Okay, so you got Philly over Toronto. Y'all ain't,
Yeah, I
y'all don't
agree,
got no
man.
love for Kawhi?
No, I agree. Look how long it took them to get together before Kawhi got there. Kawhi, I agree with Ty. It's going to take a while to get that situation together in a winning situation and moving forward. Boston is loaded.
Yeah.
Man.
I like them. And Philly, I think people are sleeping on Philly though still. Like
Yeah.
I like their ability to play together.
Uh-huh.
And I like the fact that they have another year under their belt. I like the fact that they had some experience from last year. I think it'll serve them well moving into this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I'm with y'all, man. I think that Boston, Toronto, Philly, I like it in that order. I kind of like Toronto a little bit better. I'm kind of higher on Kawhi than most of y'all. Him and DeRozan have a similar game to me. I think that if he's 100% Kawhi, then they can be just as good. You know, we got to remember, there's no Bron in the East no more. So it's not, the big bad wolf is gone. You know, so I think Lowry's going to be better. I think Kawhi is an upgrade from DeRozan because DeRozan doesn't shoot threes. Kawhi does. Kawhi is a better defender. They got Danny Green, who's a knockdown shooter. That's one thing they need.
I don't trust Lowry.
You don't trust Lowry? He's a bulldog, man.
Not in the playoffs.
Not in the playoffs.
He disappears.
But here's the thing: do you trust him when he don't got to play LeBron? If I can
I
guarantee
don't.
you that LeBron is not coming to the park, do you still trust Lowry?
He's haunted, man. He has to do it. He has to prove it first.
He's got to get that monkey off his back.
Oh, man.
He's got to get that monkey off.
I
his
went-
Leave Drake at home too.
All right, so we went to the top. Now we're gonna go to the bottom, man. Last year,
Nice segue. I like
last year, who is going to finish at the bottom? Put them in order. Last year it was the Nets with 28 wins, the Bulls with 2017 wins, the Magic with 25 wins, and the Hawks with 24 wins. Who comes out on the bottom this year, man? Between the Nets, the Bulls, the Magic, and the Hawks.
I plead a fifth out of respect for this.
We're not worse than the Magic.
No, man, they're not worse than the Magic, man. You're not finna come up here and tell anybody that the Hawks are worse than the Magic,
Nah.
boy. That Magic team is atrocious.
Who do they pick up in the draft?
The Magic, who did
They got
pick
Mo
up?
Bamba.
They got
that's
Mo
right,
Bamba.
That's right.
Very good player, gonna do numbers.
Is it?
The Hawks just have a better mix of young talent, and we got veteran leadership finally a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. One guy.
You definitely got the veteran leadership.
No, Lynn has been in the
Yeah,
league too.
we
So
got
he
Lynn,
two.
Carter, and
That's about
Bazemore.
it.
You
Oh,
could
yeah,
almost
Bazemore.
Wait,
consider
did you
him.
say Lynn? I haven't been paying attention now. Which
Who,
Lynn?
Jeremy Lin or Alex
Jeremy Lin.
Lin?
Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy
Really?
Shout out,
Hawks.
hey, shout out to Jeremy Lin, man, because he has a following not like
Does he
no
still have
other.
the Asian faux hawk?
No, he don't
No,
have
no,
the Hawk
no.
no more.
Oh,
He kind
well, he
of
lost his powers.
You tweet the name Jeremy Lin, and all of a
Yo,
sudden you get 50
here's the
likes.
thing. Here's something funny though. Somebody asked me a question because I was doing my podcast for Hawks Beat. Make sure you guys check out hawksbeat.wordpress.com. I was doing my podcast for Hawks Beat, and somebody asked me a question about Alex Lynn. And I was like, I like the Lynn pickup, but I spelled Alex Lynn's name wrong. So they thought I was talking about Jeremy Lin. And the tweet got retweeted like 40 or 50 times, man, because all these Jeremy Lin fans thought I was talking about
Yep.
Jeremy Lin
Yep.
when I was talking about Alex Lynn.
If you watch any of his stuff on YouTube, like he has so many people leaving comments like
Oh my
from
gosh.
his following or whatever. So they were smart to bring him just because he's a good I
put them
guess
butts in
person
the
for
sizzies.
exactly, man. Jerseys and stuff, everything. They're gonna make money just from having him.
Lynn is gonna have our highest total of All-Star votes
Yep.
since
Yep.
Dominic.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to those Jeremy Lin folks, man. Good folks, man. A lot of them start following me on Twitter, man. I appreciate the love. But yeah, you're exactly right. I remember talking to him on Media Day, and good friend of the show, Jamelia, she posted a video of Jeremy Lin, and by the time I got to the car, the thing had like over 100,000 views.
Wow.
So yeah, man, he's the golden nugget.
Yep.
But talking about the Orlando Magic, here's what their depth chart looks like. At the point, you got DJ Augustine and Evan Fournier. Fournier can ball.
Yeah.
Your front line of Jonathan Simmons, Aaron Gordon, and Vachuvic. So it is what it is. Decent players, but I don't think they're better than the Hawks. You got Obama coming off the bench, but there's not a lot of
They got
talent.
Mozgov.
There's not a lot of talent on
that
that
changes
team.
things.
Timothy
Still playing.
the greatness that is Timothy Mozgov. But ladies and gentlemen, that was your Around the 285 segment. Oh, real quick, man. College football, UGA lost. Georgia Tech lost. Our guy from our guy Bob covered the Georgia Tech game for us. Let me see if I can pull up his tweet. But real quick, Phil, what are your thoughts on UGA catching the L?
They're still in there.
You think so?
Win the SEC, they're in the playoff.
Georgia Tech, and we've always been hard on Georgia Tech, but we pull for Georgia Tech, man. But Georgia Tech don't do us any favors.
You finally get some momentum, and then you do that at home against Duke on homecoming. Come on.
Now, was it Georgia Tech's homecoming?
Yeah.
Wow.
You got an L on your own homecoming, man. You supposed to schedule like a bird for your homecoming, man. You're supposed to schedule no team that can beat you.
KSU beating Tech 2021.
Oh, wow. I can see that happening, too.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
There it is.
But, yeah, man, so it's going to be interesting, especially for UGA, because they lost to LSU. Florida beat LSU. And it's going to be interesting when Florida and Georgia hook up, because even though I'm a Florida fan, I believe that Georgia's a better football team. And Florida's ranked ahead of them, and LSU's ranked ahead of them now. So it's going to be interesting when those two hook up in the swamp. But that was the Around the 285 segment, where we go around the 285 talking about Atlanta sports. And real quick, man, let's go into this last segment. You know what? Let's do a quick commercial break. Then we'll do bells and buzzers, magic number drop, and yeah, we'll do it like that. So quick break, 1 minute, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Gametime Radio Show on the Real 1100 iHeartRadio and TuneIn Facebook Live.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
Well, my mama said the only thing that can fix you when you're feeling blue is some bells and buzzers.
All right, folks. Bells or buzzers? We forgot our bell. Do we have the bell on here or no? Forgot the bell. Bell or buzzer. You guys know how we just do this, man. Pete, you'll catch on to how we do this, man. So, bells or buzzers, we're going to do this based on the day that I had today. So, I went to the Falcons and Bucks game, and I didn't actually go to the game. I went to tailgate. Then, when the game started, I went to a bar and catch the game at the bar or whatever. So, the first thing, man, live sporting events. Some people aren't really down with live sporting events. They just rather watch it in the comfort of their home. Phil, bell or buzzer on live sporting events?
Oh, I'm ringing a big bell on that one. I don't know. There's nothing like being there. You could have the nicest TV, the nicest living room, but something about the crowd energy, and it can be just a random game that you have no rooting interest in. It's just something about being there and seeing it live.
I'll say buzzer, man. It really depends on the seats. Like I've gone to Braves games, football, basketball. If you're sitting in a certain area, you can't tell if it's a strike or a ball. You're like, you don't know what to cheer for or boo for. So same thing with football. Like you can't see but one side of the field. You can't tell what routes they're running. So it just
got to break them
on
bread
the seats,
for them 100 level seats.
Yeah, well, it still depends on what angle you're on. You know. So I if I had the choice, I would always pick. Unless it's a playoff game, I would always pick being at home. Unless they're playing like Warriors.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna say bell and buzzer. You know, if I'm a real fan of the team playing, I do want to be there. Outside of that, it's nothing like HD TV.
Yeah.
And some Hot Pockets.
I'm gonna give this a bell, man. I enjoy going to the games. However, I'm saying it with a caveat because when you go and your team loses, it just sucks.
Oh,
it
man.
sucks so bad
Especially
because
you spent money.
Yeah, because you're like, man,
money.
you're walking.
Other fans talking trash.
You're
Gotta
walking.
be quiet unless you're trying to fight.
You're walking back to your car and you just think about what you could have done with that $80, and you're like, oh man, I could have bought my baby some shoes. I could have bought some things. You're thinking about all that money you could have spent.
Oh,
It's bad when sometimes you start calculating like, dang, I'm spending blah blah per minute of this game.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So, live event. So, I went to the bar, watched the game, had a good time. Shout out to Park Bar, man. And one of the best spots, man, to catch a burger. I mean, eat a burger, and they have some good food, real low key. I would tell you more about them, but man, they gotta go ahead and advertise with us. But Park Bar, man, shout out to them. I had for dessert, they had like this ice cream sandwich. So it was like a huge ice cream sandwich, but it was like almost like ice cream cake. Okay. Because it was so big. They drizzled it with chocolate and caramel.
That sounds really good for your pancakes.
Oh my gosh! Like that. And here's the crazy thing: they brought it out, and they gave me 2 spoons.
Sure, it was for 2 people.
They tried. Yeah,
they must be in the bathroom.
I was like, I don't know if they trying me because I'm just here by myself. Like, if they making fun of me, they think I got a lady in the back, and it was just me. And I'm like, okay, so now I'm gonna be a real fat tail if I eat everything with the 2 spoons. But Bell or Buzzer on ice cream sandwiches. That's a heated debate, man. We'll start with Peter and go around. The greatness that is ice cream sandwich.
Given my background, that's a definite buzzer. unless they're giving you some insulin and some statin along with it to chase it. I'm going on buzzer.
I'm going buzzer too. I've always hated ice cream sandwiches from a kid. Really, like I'll eat almost anything. But
y'all ain't living right.
Jelly rolls and ice cream sandwiches. I can't stand either one of them.
What did jelly rolls do you, man?
They're just disgusting to me. I don't know.
I'm gonna hit the buzzer, but I love ice cream. But I need either some whipped cream or I need a cone.
Okay. How about ice cream and cake? You're an ice cream and cake kind of guy?
I can't really eat cake. I'm allergic to it, but I love ice cream.
Okay, stay away from cake then. Yeah. Stay away from cake.
That's the first one.
Well, I'm gonna hit the bell, man, because I ate almost that whole thing of ice cream and cake, bruh.
Staying loud and proud, man.
Ice cream sandwiches, you have a friend in me. Wow. That joint was so good, man. And then they drizzled it with the chocolate and the caramel. It was like the only thing keeping me from like eating the whole thing was I knew the lady was like, she was gonna judge me if I ate the whole thing. So I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna just. She like, you finished? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Go ahead and take it away.
Put it in the freezer for me until I get back.
I think she saved you.
So keeping along with my day, I left the bar, and I went to catch an Uber because, you know, we're not that far from North Side, and I was like, I'll drive here, catch an Uber down, you know, do all my sharing and my ride sharing down there, catch an Uber back here, and then it won't be a problem. So I catch an Uber from the Park Bar to here, which isn't that far. It's like $5 or whatever. So Bell or Buzzer on ride sharing. You guys down with the Uber and the Lyft and all that stuff? Yeah, your name, Phil. We'll go this way.
I'm gonna hit the buzzer just because I've never done it.
Oh, okay.
But you know, I live so far out until next month that it's kind of hard. But if I am going to the game, I will take MARTA usually. But as far as Uber, I just haven't done it yet.
Okay.
We'll see if that changes next month when I'm closer to everything.
I'm going Bell. I've used it several times. Definitely coming from the airport. It's better than parking your car there and having to pay a bunch of money for that. And then, of course, sporting events downtown, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I didn't want to pay like $20 a pop. So,
yeah.
I mean,
it cost me a $20 one for a Falcons game, then let me know.
Yeah. I mean, it cost me like, I think it was like $7 to get down there, and it was like $5 to get back. So, it was like $12 in the ride share.
Right.
That's winning. Definite Bell. I look forward to the day of all ride shares and autonomous driving. I hate the concept of driving, traffic, cars, maintenance, gas, insurance. It's whack.
It really is. I'm going to go Bell with a caveat. Everybody except for Tremaine that rides for Lyft.
Oh, wow. You called him
this dude, Tremaine, was supposed to pick me up. And, you know, on Lyft, on Uber, you can watch the car that's supposed to pick you up, right?
Right.
And they're like, your car is 5 minutes away. You can just see it going down the roads, right? Tremaine was supposed to pick me up on the corner of, it was down there by the Omni.
Okay.
I saw Tremaine make wrong turn after wrong turn. Tremaine ended up on the highway.
Oh, wow.
Tremaine, it went from 5 minutes to 7 minutes to 14 minutes. Tremaine will be there in 19 minutes.
Nuts.
Tremaine was having a bad day. And I was like, I'm going to cancel. And I never cancel a ride. I'm like, oh, man, I'll give him a chance. I canceled Tremaine. And they was like, you may be charged a small. I don't care.
Right.
Because Tremaine is
Wasting my time.
he's having bigger issues
Yep.
than Trump coming to get me today. So I'm going to hit the bell on everybody except for Tremaine. And I hope that Tremaine can get himself together.
He probably had to drop his girl off back at the AUC.
Hey, man, he probably did. How he was down the street from the Omni and ended up on the highway going the other way. I was like, hey, man, Tremaine was having a bad day. But, yeah, man, I'm down with the ride share, man. I'm down with the ride share. I'm like Peter, man. Traffic is very overrated. So, magic number, man. We're going to go around real quick, do our magic number. And we got to drop for magic number, don't we? Sean, we got to drop for magic number? Okay, let's go and do magic number real quick. And then we'll do shout-outs. And then we'll peace up out of here.
3, that's a magic number.
3 is a magic number.
It's magic, Mitches.
I don't know when that's going to play, and I'm not going to laugh. Like, I've laughed every single time he says that. I literally laugh every time he says that. I'm just never ready for it. Phil, let's go ahead and kick it out this way with magic number.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 25 since my 25th birthday was on Thursday.
Shout out. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. 25 is a good year, man. 25 was a good year. Many moons ago.
It was, yeah.
Many moons ago. It's on you, Ty.
24. We're close. 24, but 24 is for October 24th, the first home game for the Atlanta Hawks. Hopefully, I'll be in the building to watch them play against the Mavericks. And yeah, that's my number.
Trae Young versus Luka Doncic.
Absolutely.
Prime time.
I'm going to go with number 11. Today is my 11th anniversary.
Shout out.
I consider myself an OG in this marriage game. As a realtor, I'm also a counselor, so if you need some help, 404-547-35151, I got you.
And that marital advice is gonna be free. He's just gonna get the free.
Yeah, we're gonna sprinkle that on top of my services as a realtor. I'll throw that in pro bono.
Oh man! All right, my number is 9, and you say 9? Why 9? 9 is the number of alphabets in the name of Mike Smith, who needs to be fired from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Church.
9 is my number today for Mike Smith, who I hope didn't get on that bus, but I know he probably did get on the bus. But Mike Smith gotta go. Gotta go, man.
That's a good one.
Peter, thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so much for joining us.
It's been a
today,
pleasure, man. I appreciate you guys having me. Again, 404-547-3151. Hit me up. Back for the real team.
We put his link in the chat if you're listening on Facebook, so go ahead and click like on that page. It won't take you a moment. Shout outs. Phil, let's kick it out.
And shout out everybody listening. Shout out my family and friends. Just thanks for the support, everybody.
Same here. Shout out to my family, my friends, yeah, co-workers, everybody.
Shout out to Mrs. Beckford, you the one.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out to the crew, man, for coming through. This is Ty's second show in a row. Got the streak going. Yeah. Shout out to my man Peter coming in and running the 4-man weave today. We're definitely gonna have him back in the studio. Make sure you check him out. Shout out to Sean and pushing the numbers in the back. And shout out to, oh my gosh, I forgot to mention the t-shirts. Oh my gosh. Guys, look, we have 18 days left to move these t-shirts. Go to our Facebook page, our Twitter page, our web page. Grab a t-shirt because all the proceeds are not just coming to us, but we're giving a good amount of our proceeds to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So you're helping us and you're helping fight cancer. Don't pretend like you don't see my post. Grab t-shirts. We need to move 10 t-shirts today. That's the word. 10 t-shirts. We need to move 10 t-shirts by 12 o'clock. But
my guys, I know you're listening too.
Yeah. So we can do it, man. We can do it. We got to get to 50 for the shirts to be printed. But 10 shirts, we got to move those by midnight, man. So shout out to the crew. Shout out to everybody listening, man. And as always, God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. because that's all he's showing you. L-O-V-E, love. Peace and love.
Hi, Daddy.